Hello. Well, I just thought I'd put you on there. We're coming out of Randoms to going on to the M3 A34, just so you can witness the fuckwittery. Oh my god, it's warm.
After 1 mile, take the exit 4 M27 towards Winchester.
And with heat like this, it's just this more the heat triples the amount of fuckwittery, if not quadruples. Aircon, is it airconning? Right. I've got to be where I'm supposed to be by 5:30. It's telling me there I'm going to be there at 4:05, so plenty of time. But it also gives me plenty of time for fuckwittery, doesn't it?
After half a mile, take the exit 4 M27 towards Winchester, then take the motorway.
33 degrees. And I've lost half a stone today.
Take the exit 4, then take the motorway.
Right, it's all going to get snarled up in a minute. I was just talking to her. There was an old couple in the where I was parked up now, the caravan. He was mucking around with his hitch lock. So I said, "You alright there?" I said, "Do you need a hand or anything?" He said, "No." He says, "I just heard some really weird noises coming from it. I couldn't really work out what it was." I said, "Well, okay." So we spent a couple of minutes having a look. Couldn't see anything wrong, and I said, "Are you going on holiday or coming back?" And he said, "Well, we're leaving a day early because it's just got too hot." He said it was, it was. We had no shade, and it was just you couldn't sit, you couldn't lie, you couldn't do anything. So we decided to come back a day early. I said, "Oh, that's a shame, but." So we're about to be plunged into drought mode. Here we go. We've started. As soon as I join here on the M3, this is the link road from the
After 1.2 miles, keep right.
27 onto the M3. All those lanes in the left hand lane are probably going to move over to the right. Look, there's the caravan, it's the first one to come over. Any more for any more?
Slow traffic on
MX5.
E0 after half a mile, keep right.
He stood in the only shade there is, the only tree. He stood underneath. He's a man of intelligence there.
Keep right. Slow traffic on M3, E05. Traffic jam ahead between A335 Albrook Way and Hockleylink. 9 minutes delay.
9 minutes. Okay. Should really put my sunglasses on, stop myself squinting.
Towards Winchester for 7.5 miles.
I say, I'm in no real rush. I'm not going to get back tonight, so Yeah, no real rush. Installing drainage. I've just taken on board a whole load of fluid, so I'll be needing to stop for a pee in about an hour. Working out in that heat. 34 degrees it's gone up to. See, the trouble is you get a bit of traffic. Cars start to overheat because they're loaded up. Before you know it, they've overheated and broken down, causing even more problems. So I suspect we'll see a bit of that today. As long as we're moving, we're alright. I had to stop at Randoms and have some food, I was starving. I finished at 2:30 yesterday, and the job I was going to have today was cancelled, so I got 2 different ones, and one of them, like this morning's job was a bit different. I ended up having to go down to Dock Gate 4, I think it is. Dock Gate 4, which is one of the cruise liner docks. We also go down there when there's boxes come in to be unloaded for cars being imported. You know, like exotic cars like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff like that. Weird and wonderful stuff that come in from Dubai and America, built with more money than sense. And they tend to unload them down in there. Take the box down there, unload it, and I'll take the box back. Nice little run. But today's job was delivering a box to a 40-foot container to a cruise liner. Never done that before. And it was all like a not essential supply, not non-food supplies, like, you know, bits of equipment and PPE and replacement parts for things. You know, it's a small town, isn't it? Cruise liners, and they're always having things that break down, so they have to carry on board a fairly large inventory, like light bulbs and all that sort of malarkey and shades, and so all that gets there. It all gets bundled up wherever the ship's registered and stuffed into a container, and it at some point the two meet and they get transferred and put on board. So I saw how all that was done this morning. That was quite interesting. But it was bloody hot down there. She had a big white boat and it was just reflecting all the heat straight under the quay. So I had to go and seek shade. I couldn't sit in the truck. It was too bloody hot. Well, this is better than expected at the moment. I've probably spoken too soon. Yeah, I think I spoke too soon. I had an indicator bulb go this morning. It was a bit of an odd one. I think somebody put a wrong bulb in. It was on this wheel arch of my cab. There's an indicator there. And I took the bulb out and I went, it's a double filament. Well, you don't need a double filament there. And I put it, so I thought, I don't know, maybe it's a quirk, I don't know. So I put another brand new double filament in, and it wouldn't work at all. I thought that's odd. I put a single filament in, because I'm sure that's what it should be. Worked straight away. So that was a bit of a bizarre one. Down a bit, aircon is working. 34 degrees. We're moving. Oh, I feel sorry for anyone who doesn't have aircon. You see some of the poverty spec trucks, the drivers with the windows down, and they're like, you can see the drivers hanging. It's so hot. we're moving at a steady pace. We're doing alright. Yeah, we're coming to a hole. Here we go. You just got to touch the accelerator with the lightest of touches. It's like pressing down with your little finger ever so lightly, and then she'll go. Bloody hell! Just come on through. Empty coach. I reckon they deposited them down at the there's a few boats in. There's about 3 or 4 cruise liners in at the moment. Again. Are they going or not? Here's the old tortoise in the hare, look. Left hand lane's going faster. Look at that traffic. It's Friday, ain't it? Well, I haven't heard from the, I haven't spoken to the gorgeous Kira yet today to find out whether she's got an allergy or not. fluids. A bit of slow crawl up the hill. Another couple of miles till we get to the A34. Well, at least we're moving. I see that for those of you that are involved in the trucking industry, will undoubtedly know or heard of Ray White's. Maybe you haven't, maybe you have. I don't know. But it looks, by the look of it, after reading the statement put out by Ray himself this morning, they're pulling. I'd heard a rumour. I was hoping it wasn't true, but it looks like it is, that they pulled the pin. So by the time you've watched this, they'll have. I think they're keeping a couple of trucks on, but they're certainly ceasing European work, and they're only going to do a little bit in the UK. So I don't know what that'll do. Yeah. And you can't blame Ray for wanting to retire. He's getting on a bit. But I'm surprised that Pete and Dan didn't, the two sons, didn't take it on, didn't crack on with it. So a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit of a surprise really when I read that. They look after their lads by all accounts, and you don't hear any bad stories about them. I remember reading it, it's probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and one of their drivers was taken ill.
Slow traffic on M3, E05. Traffic jam ahead between the 3090 Hotley Link and Hotley Link. 4 minutes delay.
Was taken ill over in Belgium, so I think this Pete and Ray jumped in the camper van, drove overnight straight over to Belgium to the hospital where the driver was. Got him out of hospital as soon as he was, well enough to leave, and brought him back in the comfort of a camper van. Whilst one of the others, I don't know which one, but it was Pete and Ray, so there's two of them. One drove the truck back and one drove the camper back with the driver laying in the bed, sort of thing. And that's the sort of things that they you know what I mean? That goes a lot. That shows that they care about their drivers. There aren't many companies that would do that. And they would defend their drivers publicly as well. So a bit of a shame that they're going, but I think it sort of sums up the transport industry as it is at the moment. When you got a good company like that can't seem to make it, or doesn't want to make it, got fed up with it, doesn't want to make it work anymore. Who knows what they'll transpire into. It's not like Pete and Dan can retire, the two brothers. Might hear in a couple of months' time that they set up on their own and they're going for it once more. Wouldn't surprise me.
2 miles, take the exit 9E05 towards Newbury. Slow traffic on M3E05. Traffic jam ahead between the 3090 Hotley Link and Eastern Lane. 2 minutes delay.
Got to break down across the road there. These are in the shade. So you leave yourself a gap, and before you know it, someone's dived in it. So for this part of the world, down here in the south of England, I think we're officially in drought mode now. Not really a surprise. We've had no rain for days. And of course our water supply is not being replenished. Well, the way things are going, I'm only just going to get there in time. Ugh. So many people in this right hand lane are going to start trying to dive into the left hand lane now. Movement. Well, there was. So of course at the top here we've got traffic lights. Close down, my son. That's why, because he was hoping to get in, look. Coming in as well by any chance? There you go, see? How did I guess that? You're going to say thank you? No. No, don't say thank you then.
After half a mile, take the exit 9E05 towards Newbury, then cross the roundabout and take the second exit A34. Take the exit 9 E05 towards Newbury, then cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A34.
Right, let's see what goes on down here. What's the tanker doing? Has he lost his gears? He has. Struggling.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A34.
Not a good place to break down. I'm glad I'm past him. He's got some transmission problems by the look of it. Bit warm going up that hill, I expect. Okay, so watching out for people coming from the left hand side trying to be clever. Tanker's going again now.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A34, towards Newbury.
It's still green, still green, still green. We're committed. Still green,
Take
still
the
green.
exit, Winchester bypass.
We're away. There's always fuckwittery here because people can't decide which lane they fucking want to be in.
After 3/4 of a mile, keep left.
Yeah, that thing. Ugh. Here we go. Oh, maybe not. This is everyone flies down this right hand lane. Yeah, it goes to one lane in a second or two. This is why there's a hold up here. They need to reconfigure the way these lanes work here. Just see how much traffic's coming down the A34, how much this is stacked down. Finally!
Keep left. Follow A34 towards Newbury for 28 miles.
Well, not overly heavy. I think the box is under 10 tonne. So it puts us around the 27, 28 mark, I suppose. Depending on what the box weighs. Well, it's something like that. Not even that much procure traffic coming down them. Thought it'd be worse than that. Why is he going so slow? Come on! Barge your way past me and then crawl along. Now he's decided to put his foot down. Like I said, I'm in no rush. Quite happy now. Sit behind him. I'm going up a hill anyway. Is he broken down there? Scooter boy. Yeah. Probably just got a little bit too warm. Well, I've had an easy week, but I'm still knackered. I've had a very easy week. I've been in the yard every night. This will be my first night out. From now. I'm nearly out of fluid again. I might have to do a quick pit stop just to do a fluid replacement. So anyway, that was the traffic of the A34. Yeah, nothing very exciting, I'm afraid. Nothing very exciting at all. I don't even know if I'll show it. Might just catch myself up a bit. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But that's the way it is. Sometimes it's all right, and at the end of the day, when there's no dramas, that means I'm all right. You know, we don't want a lot of drama. Nice easy runs, that's what we want. I don't know if I've got a job for Sunday yet. I said I would work Sunday. Let's see what we got. See if there is anything. If there is, there is, and if there isn't, there isn't. It's as simple as that. I ain't gonna lose no sleep over it. You know, I've had a good run of work, so if it is a little quiet at the moment, make the most of it, especially in this heat. So I didn't really want to be sleeping in the cab tonight, but there's a bit of a breeze about, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Anyway, I shall bid you farewell. I might put you on when I park up. We'll see how it goes. Speak to you later. Hello. More fuckwittery. It's just been fuckwittery for the last half hour, 40 minutes, I suppose.
Turn right on the roundabout and take the second exit, A43, towards Northampton. Then keep left.
Just solid traffic. So my plan is to go along the A43 up the A5 onto the M1. Just hope everyone else has a different plan to me. A lot of people going into the services here. It's just solid. This is where there's bound to be some fuckwittery up here. People changing lanes, just swapping about, not knowing what they're doing. guy in. Is he going in? Yeah.
After 300 feet, keep left. Keep left.
What is going on here? Oh dear. Clear space. Nasty little bend there. I've seen numerous containers tipped over down here, so treat it with a bit of respect if we're ever coming down this way.
After half a mile, cross the
Whatever you're
roundabout
carrying.
and take the second exit, A43.
Just people come down too fast. Okay, we got through it. We got through it. So A43 now, eastbound.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
I was that dehydrated this morning that I've drunk gallons of liquid and I still don't need a pee, which is most unlike me. No one's signalling.
Follow A43 for 3 miles.
Okay, clear road, here we go. Still got a 9-minute delay somewhere. It's telling me I'm going to get in about 4:30 now. So I'm still alright, I've still got an hour's wiggle room, yeah? So I am going to stop for half hour. Even take a 45, I don't know yet. I want to get in there with a clean card so I don't have to faff about afterwards, so I think I'll probably do that. See what the traffic's like down here a bit. Anyway, that was all really. No real dramas. Llamas. And yeah, that was about it really. So I'll speak to you all later on. Otherwise I'm just gonna waffle on and bore you all to death as I hit the bumps. That's what I've noticed. The road's sunk in lots of places recently because of the heat. But down to 33 degrees. We've cooled down a bit. It did go up to 36. Highest temperature of the day's been 36 so far. Is scorched. Stay there, don't think about coming out. Stay, 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 stay. say something? And it was oh, I can't remember. There's things I need to talk about. It's things that people have asked me to talk about, and I was chatting away to old Darren last night.
After half a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
He mentioned and a couple of other people have mentioned about talking more time about, you know, more stories about when I served. I thought I'd said a lot of them. I can't remember what I've said and what I haven't, so I might end up repeating myself. That's the trouble.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
State he's going round, so we should be alright. Looking good, looking good. We're off again. Trying to arrange so many sort of meetups and reunions with old mates, and there's a few of us, there's 4 of us that live relatively close to each other as well. One's in Cardiff, one's in Chippenham, one's in Swindon, and I'm down in New Milton, and so we're not a million miles away from each other, yet we can't seem to tie up between just the 4 of us trying to sort of time out and meet up for a pint.
After half a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
We must do it, because one of the guys was a long time missing. The other 3, me and one of the lads has been in touch for donkey's years, and then we tracked down one of them. And then we finally tracked, and it all happened by total chance. All happened by total chance. Mate of mine, he got divorced about 2 years ago.
And take the second exit, A43.
And he decided to go online, you know, dating. And nothing wrong with that. So I met the gorgeous Kira, so I'm all for that. And he met this girl and he started seeing her, and they were chatting away about things they do and all the rest of it. And like, one of the things that, but we all, me and my mate, we both said that we've done it. We talk about this one lad because there's so many funny stories about him. So we were, and you asked the gorgeous Kira, I told her the same stories that my mate told this prospective girlfriend, and it had her in fits of laughter the same way as it had the gorgeous Kira in fits of laughter, because the stories are funny. So anyway, so he's telling her this story about this guy. I'm not going to mention any names, and you know, she kept calling, you know, we kept calling him, you know, by his first name and that, and describing him, because he's quite, well, to say that he's unique is an understatement. And he's got
right on the roundabout.
He's got,
and take the third exit, A43.
He's got funny little fingers. Oh, there's another bump over there. Jesus. And anyway, so he was telling this story about him, and she had this sort of funny, strange look on her face, and he was like, "All right." And she said, "What was his name?" And my mate said his name, and she went, "He wasn't from Falmouth, was he?" Which immediately sent my mate going, "Yeah." You don't, and they, you know, cross-referenced a few things. She goes, I work with the bloke.
After half a mile,
Well, what do you mean you work with him?
and take the
Yeah,
second
he's a
exit,
teacher where I
A43.
work. And like, you're absolutely, we've been trying to track him down for years. He's not on Facebook, got no social media, not interested in it. Oh dear. So eventually we found him. Oh dear, do you know what I mean? How the chances of that happening must be 1,000,000 to 1. But some of the stories we got about him, he
Cross
was
the
just...
roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
He was just unbelievable. I told you he sort of had a unique look about him, and he had this lower jaw that he could almost dislocate. So we used to play a game going, what can we fit in Roddy's mouth? So we used to get like items from behind the bar and try and fit him in there. Like, you know, he used to be able to put his whole fist in his mouth, like knuckles and everything, whole lot into his mouth. And then we'd like a jar of pickled onions. Yeah, you get it. They're like a pint glass, like the top of a pint glass. Get that in there. Yeah. Carpet bowls. Wow, a whole fucking carpet bowl in his mouth. Whole bowl. Fucking hell. He was like a snake. He could dislocate his jaw. It's like a python swallowing an ox. And I used to play harmonica every now and again. He used to get a few beers going down inside me, and I used to get on the old harmonica, giving it booty too. So anyway, one night we decided, you know, harmonica's a fair light length, you know. Can we get harmonica in his mouth?
Right on the roundabout.
So we got it in there, but he couldn't get it out.
A43.
So we made him lie on the floor, and he's laughing that much. You know when you breathe in and out of a harmonica, hee-haw, hee-haw. So he sounded like a donkey. So it was him laughing, and it just made it worse. So it sounded like this donkey on acid. Which was when we had him pinned down. We're trying to prise his jaws apart and pull his cheeks open, which was the precise moment.
Go right on the roundabout
When
and
the
take
orderly-
the third exit, A43.
The precise moment when the orderly sergeant and officer decided to pay a surprise visit to the bar. And it was, their look of surprise and shock as to what we were doing, because it was, do you know what I mean? It was like there was all this was this strange noise. They weren't sure whether he was in pain, he was having a heart attack, he'd actually swallowed the harmonica, and we were trying to do some sort of weird first aid, or what was going on. So it took a little bit of explaining. In the end, we managed to get it out of his mouth. Oh dear. We lost him in France. We lost him in Paris once. He used to have this habit of wandering off. You never knew where he was. He'd wander off. It was almost like having a 4-year-old with you. You had to keep him on the lead. You know those like reins. You had to keep him on a rein. And we tried our hardest. We really did. We even said to him, "Don't wander off. Stay with one of us. Always be next to one of us." So we managed to keep hold of him all on. We got down on Friday afternoon. We managed to go out drinking. We managed to keep hold of him all Friday night. Saturday night, we were going to go and see the rugby, England France, at Parc de Nord. So we got on we'd had a few beers. Decided, I better get up there now. Better get on the metro, get the train up. It's only a few stops away. So we get down the metro, look around. Who's looking after who's looking after Roddy? Well, I thought you were. No. Well, where is he? And then we saw this train pull out, and just him with a fucking gormless look on his face. What are you doing? And he's like, you idiot. So we dispatched a couple of the lads up on the next train to see if he would get off. Hopefully he'd get off, wouldn't he? Any sensible person would realise their mistake and get off, especially as he saw us and watched us all going, "What are you fucking doing?" No. So a couple of us stayed where we were, a couple of us then went back to the hotel, left notes in different places. No, lost him completely. got back. So in the end, we didn't even go to the game because we lost that much amount of time. We ended up watching it in a bloody bar. We had fucking tickets. We're raging, absolutely raging, because he was an idiot, a lovable idiot, but an idiot. So anyway, so we spent the best part of 4 or 5 hours trying to find a bloke. No, we could not find him. And in the end, we said, "Did you know what? Just fucking had enough. Let's get on the piss." So we did, and we left notes in all over the place. So this is pre-phones, mobile phones. None of us had mobile phones back then. So we just left notes. Right, phone the hotel, phone the hotel, phone the hotel. So we got back to the hotel that night, and there's no sign of him. All his stuff is still all over his bed. His bag's still there. Passport. He left his passport there. We're like, oh, I don't know. It's got, his train ticket to get back is all there. So that was probably about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Well, we spent the next day hunting around for him. Thought, hey, he'll be back. No, he's not back. So then by this time, by about 10 o'clock on the Sunday, we started getting a little bit concerned, right? Well, he hadn't come back. Where did he go? Where is he now? Has he been abducted? Has he fallen into the fucking river? Has he got pissed and got lucky? What? So we thought, what's the latest we can leave here? And the latest we could leave to get back in time for work on Monday morning was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday to be able to catch the trains to get back. So we left it to the last possible minute, gathered all his kit up, went back, got on the train. So, all the way back in the train, we were right, okay, right, the action plan when we get back is everyone, we go back to the room, back to our accommodation, we'll dump our bags, and then, by then, we'll have hatched a story as to how we've got to go up to the duty room then and report that we've lost him. Which wouldn't have been a surprise to anyone up there. But, you know, we thought, you know, we've done as much as we possibly can. So anyway, because we had his passport, we had his ticket, train ticket, we had all his gear that he'd left behind, or just just was there in the hotel.
Mile, keep right.
So we get back, and me and my mate Jim, we shared a room down, and the next minute this guy comes in, he goes, "You're not going to fucking believe this." We're like, "What?" "He's here." "Well, what do you mean he's here?" "He's upstairs, he's asleep in bed." "He fucking won't be by the time we get out there." What do you mean he's in bed?" "He's sound asleep, snoring like a baby." "Well, let's go and wake the fucker up then." So we went upstairs, jumped. "Where have you been, you idiot?" He goes, "Well, you didn't get on the same train as me." "No, because you got on the wrong train." "Well, I didn't know that." "No, you did. Clearly, you know, it's very blindingly obvious because we didn't get on meant that you didn't get on. I didn't know that." "Oh, you are a cock." So by the time we finished filling him in, we were quite relieved that we hadn't lost him. But it was like, "How did you get back? What happened then?" He says, "Well, I wandered around for a bit and then decided I couldn't remember where the hotel was." Idiot. So I thought I'd better get on a train and go back. I thought you'd better get on. I said, "What about cut?" Because back in those days there was border crossings from France into Germany. He said, "Oh, I hid in the toilet." But you had no ticket and no money. He said, "Well, yeah, I just had to hide in the toilet." "But all the way?" "Yeah, all the way." You are just... He was a nightmare. We took him to Holland on the piss one night. And we were sleeping in the car. About 5 o'clock in the morning, we had this tap, and there was 2 Dutch policemen holding him. And they're going, "Do you know this man?" We're in the car going, should we say no? He said, "Yeah, we know." They said, "Can you take him home? He is British military." We're like, yeah. Your ID, yeah. You're all force, yeah. He says, "Can you take him home, please?" Like, yeah, okay. Like now. Well, right now. He said, yeah, you've got to leave. Like, what has he done? He said, well, see the police station over there? We're like, yeah. We found him asleep in the staff toilets, in the police toilets. Oh, God. Sorry. What are you doing, Needham? He said, well, I needed somebody to sleep. You got somebody to sleep in the car? He said, yeah, but you only let me have the boot. Well, okay, fair enough. Didn't know you were going to break into a police station. I didn't know it was a police station. Hang on a minute, it's got police or whatever the Dutch word for police is all over it. And police cars outside. How could you not work that one out? He was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Funny. Well, we had some laughs. Oh dear. We dressed him up in bandages once. He looked like something out of The Mummy. You know the film The Mummy? We dressed him up in bandages. Told him to sit quiet in a pub. And people might feel sorry for him and buy him a drink, but they did. Which was fine for the first 4 or 5 beers. And after that he started dancing. He gave the game away a bit. Oh, I'll have to think of some more. I think there's a whole load more. There's a whole load more. I joined up with Rod. I joined up with him. So I've known him since 1983. Fucking hell. It's a long time, isn't it? Why's Tesco's going so slow? Come on, mate. Yeah, 1983 I've known him since. Funny lad. So I'm looking forward to actually sitting down and having a pint with him, because we haven't done that in many a year. Yeah, looking forward to that. Oh, he was re-waxing a 9x9 canvas tent once. A 9x9 tent is a 9 foot by 9 foot. Aluminium poles, big old like tent. Oh, he's slowing down because he's pulling in, I think. Yeah. So it's middle of winter. It's quite cold outside. So he's re-waxing this tent. With a big tin of it and a load of paintbrush. And he's re-waxing it, and he's got it all. He's managed to get covered in it, all over his hands. So you know what it's like when your hands are really cold. And you go inside and you run them under a hot tap, they sort of burn and sting a bit, don't they? You know, and swell up. So anyway, he goes and does, you know, it's a known thing, isn't it? You know, you don't do it really. What's that noise?
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Me making that noise? Can you hear that? What a weird noise. What is that noise? Sort of bzzz. Can you hear it? What is that noise? Stopped, just like that. How bizarre is that? How bizarre is that? So anyway, his hand swelled up. He went immediately to the med centre saying I've been using
Slow
a dangerous
traffic on
chemical.
M1. Traffic jam ahead. Between Eldon Way and B5385 Station Road. 2 minutes delay.
He said, I've been using this dangerous chemical. It's not, it's tent wax. But he didn't say that. I've been using this dangerous chemical and my hands are swollen up. Oh my God. Blue lighted him all the way to BMH at British Military Hospital. British Military Hospital in Munster, where the true story came out, and I think they nearly made him walk back. You're a fucking idiot. So yeah, I'd got a lot of time. We all had a lot of. Everyone had a soft spot for him though, because he was a lovely bloke, and he is a lovely bloke. And he ended up being a teacher for physical education. And somebody said he's a teacher. A teacher of what? We wouldn't put, when we knew him, we wouldn't put, you know, we always thought it was dangerous to put him in charge of a fucking knife and fork. Anyway, I'll speak to you all later.